Hello all and welcome to the Be Lucky podcast with me, your host, Daryl Carter. This is a free podcast and these may be free going forward on a Saturday for the ITV Racing. I am luckily enough to have started my own platform on Patreon and have a bustling community of members, over 400 people on Patreon, which are learning to become better through betting education, are taking advantage of the daily tips, are taking advantage of anti-post previews, are part of the Daryl Carter Loyalty Club that will get access when the National Hunt season starts, early access to all of the Cheltenham content, including Cheltenham Daily Tips. If you'd like to come and join Daryl Carter on Patreon, go to www.patreon.com/Daryl Carter Racing. There's lots on there. You can join as a free member to start with, and then you can look to upgrade. There are upgrade offers, but we've got an amazing community already, and this may not be open to all going forward. This may be capped at a certain number due to price movements, just to make you aware. Coming up this weekend, we do have Dave, aka Chelt Mental, joining us as he talks through the Towcester Derby, which has been announced this week. Over the next 6 weeks, the Towcester Derby will lead up to the final. Dave is a master when it comes to greyhound racing, an absolute master. Made lots of money over the past couple of years and has brilliant write-ups. That's all free, part of your Daryl Carter Racing subscription, and I cannot wait to see what Dave's got to say. There's a podcast coming this weekend with Dave Young, aka Chelt Mental. But let's get cracking into the ITV Racing on the Be Lucky podcast. We kick off at Newmarket in the 145. It's a 6 furlong heritage handicap, class 2. It is an absolute bloody minefield. These 6 furlong races are very difficult. They tend to beat each other time after time, year after year, and it's not a race that I will be advising my members to be getting stuck into. More Thunder looked very good the last day, 18 days ago, when beating a Ram over course and distance. Came from the back of the field to finish very strongly, as you would expect from a horse that had been running over 10 furlongs last year. Would Hay Wonder, very solid in terms of her record at Newmarket. She ran really well behind More Thunder. The last day, she's 5-1, probably an each way bet into nothing. But there's no real angle in this for me. I do think that maybe Stanage would be a token selection down at a double figure price at 14-1. Drawn well in a high store again, next to some of the pace angles, but it would just be a token selection. There is no way I want to be getting involved in these races throughout the flat season unless there's absolutely one standout bet or outstanding value to be had. So I'm happy to leave that alone. The 2 o'clock at Goodwood, the Conqueror Filly Stakes, 4-1 the field here. Serona heads the market for David Manouzier. Did really well last season when switching from the Charlie Johnston yard, and really just kept improving. She carries a penalty today. She's making a seasonal return under Ross Orion. I think she just might need it, and I would be happy, more than happy, to take her on. I think the bet in this race is Chic Colombe for George Bowie, around a 13-2 chance. I think she's got a cracking. She's been really well placed here. Her connections say that she wants softer ground. I actually don't believe that statement. I think she handles any ground. She ran fairly well at Doncaster behind Dancing Gemini, and this is effectively a drop in grade back into against her own sex. She won really well here a couple of years ago. She goes very well on downhill tracks. You remember last year at Epsom when she was beaten a neck by Breege, but she was denied a clear run continuously and really finished powerfully. I think she is ready to strike on her second start of the season. I think she's got a big chance. She's drawn in stall 1, but I'm hoping that she'll get a nice clear passage at things. And I do like this race. I tipped the winner of this race last year, Royal Dress, at 33-1. And I think Chic Colombe Columbine has got a massive chance. So I do like her in the listed Conqueror filly stakes at Goodwood at 2 o'clock. Now the 220 at Newmarket is a Class 2 handicap. This is a good little race as well. Hand of God's at the top of the market here. It could be anything this season, to be honest. Ryan Moore's back in the saddle. He dictated a victory last year in April when he made all the running over Blue Lemons. I thought Blue Lemons that day was given a bit of a poor ride. We only saw him once again last year at Ascot, when he won at Royal Ascot, beating Cambridge in the Golden Gates handicap. He's been off since. Not entirely sure why he's been off for so long, but he makes his reappearance here. I'm happy to take him on. The horse we put up anti-post earlier this week was a free tip on TikTok, and it was Galeron for Charles Hills at 10 to 1. He's still around the same price. I expected a few of these to come out, but they haven't. Only 3 came out at the final declaration stage. But Galeron shaped really nicely, went 5th in the Lincoln behind Goodwin's son on his seasonal return 35 days ago. That was his first run back from Australia. First run back at the Charles Hills yard. He was with Charles Hills as a 2 and 3-year-old. Very, very smart horse. But got himself into a place where he was stuck between a rock and a hard place, having run exceptionally well. Placed 4th in the 2,000 Guineas in 2023. Behind Paddington a couple of times. Narrowly, actually, at the Curragh in the Irish 2,000 Guineas. And he just had nowhere to go, really, when rated 109. He's down to 102. Second start, should be race fit. His second start on his last visit to Newmarket was 4th behind Chaldine in that 2,000 Guineas. I think he's got a good chance here. So I'm happy to take a price. For those that haven't backed him anti-post, definitely have a bet on him. If you've backed him anti-post, no need to go in again. We move on to Thirsk, the Hunt Cup, which is very interesting. Talking of the 2,000 Guineas in 2023, I think there's a horse in here that's very interesting, and that is High Royale for Kevin Ryan. Now, High Royale is dropped down to a mark of 102, very similar to Galeron over at Newmarket. And he ran his best race of the season first time out last year when he was 3rd to Ottoman Fleet at Newmarket. Now, Ottoman Fleet at Newmarket is a very, very good horse. That was a Group 3. He's into a handicap for this season's reappearance. This is a local track for Kevin Ryan. Thirsk, only 7 miles down the road. And High Royale, for me, although things haven't quite gone to plan since that 3rd in the Group 3, maybe fresh is the time to catch him, because he ran an exceptional race on his debut at York behind Desert Order. That was fresh. He had also run very well at Newmarket over a trip too short under Ryan Moore when fresh in 2023. I think he could have a big chance into handicaps for the first time on his handicap debut. He's drawn well. I think he's got to go close in this Class 2. I think a lot of these have got something to prove. I think High Royale could be the one for me in the Thirsk Hunt Cup, which looks like a cracking little race. I do love that race. I love the Thirsk Hunt Cup. It's very tricky, but I do love it. The 255 Newmarket is the Palace House Stakes. Again, another tricky race. This race finished in a bunch finish last year. It's not a race I'm going to be getting involved in. I can't see any standout value for any horse in the contest. And for me, some of these sprint races are going to be left alone this year. So no opinion in the 255. Now, let's move on. Let's have a drum roll. The 2,000 Guineas. What a race. What a race. The first classic of the year. And Field of Gold heads to market at 7th for best price after winning the Craven in fine style. Looked very, very good, didn't he, when he won that Craven? Powered away. I'm not entirely convinced Wimbledon Hawkeye in second handled the track too well. He rolled around in the dip a little bit, and I didn't think he gave his true running. The horse I like in here, who is drawn right next to him in stall 11, that is Ruling Court William Buick, Charlie Appleby. I fancied the pants off this horse last year at York, and he didn't get the job done. He was caught too far back behind the line in winter. But in terms of sectional data, he is by far the fastest horse in this race on that York run. Now, he's had a lovely prep run for this in Maidan, winning the 2,000 guineas over there. He absolutely slammed the Fingal Raven, who's no mug, and he won with ultimate ease. I think this is a very, very smart horse. I'll be really looking to side with him on the day. There's lots of others with chances. Expanded, Scorthy Champ, Shadow of Light, the second string for Charlie Appleby, stepping up and tripping the tongue tie on first time. I'm not sure that screams Guineas winner to me. I think this is between the top two in the market, and I would fancy Ruling Court to overturn Field of Gold. What a race. Cannot wait to see the 2,000 guineas on Saturday. Best of luck, whatever you're betting. If you want to come and have a look at Daryl Carter Racing on Patreon, it's www.patreon.com/Daryl Carter Racing. It's £26 a month, less than 85p per day, to come and be part of a growing community that are long-term winners. Until next time, everybody, be lucky.